Santa Clara, this is EA Sports coverage of the National Football League. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Cleveland Browns and the San Francisco 49ers. Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen. It is for real. Season begins here. Oh, and he gets it all wrong. Penalty flag's going to come in. Going to mark this one out beyond the 40-yard line. Throwing on first down is Purdy. On the move past the 40. And he is out of bounds. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And that ball incomplete over the middle. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Christian McCaffrey to get things started. And a nice run there as he surges forward. A gain of 8 and sets up 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Get set. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. That's caught Christian McCaffrey. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. It's a pickup of 12. First down, 49ers.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. We spend so much time, Mike, talking about these defensive backs and their ability in pass coverage, but when you also have a defensive back that can make plays in the run game, especially behind the line of scrimmage, man, those guys are just so hard to find. That was a heck of a job here by this guy.
Throwing on 2nd down is Purdy. This is Ayuk. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Yellow. 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 Yellow.
Up. On 3rd down, it's Purdy. That's made by Pickens. And he's into the end zone. George Pickens. Touchdown, 49ers.
It is certainly an ideal way to start a season, Mike. You get the ball first, you come out, you look sharp, you're in and out of the huddle, you're super efficient. Not only do you take the ball all the way down the field, but you come away with 6. And I know they sure hope that this is a sign of things to come, not only for this offense today, but as the rest of this season unfolds.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. He fields it at the 8. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. On the ground, it's Quinshon Judkins. And he's taken down, but not until he gets to the 32-yard line. They get 11. Quickly pick up a first down.
The ability to be effective on first down, Mike, it just makes everything else easier. In the event you do have to face a third down the road, they're usually a lot more manageable situations, a lot easier to convert.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. From the gun, it's Shedeur. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him.
Looked like a pass protection breakdown. They had 5 offensive linemen and a running back in the backfield. I promise you, somebody was assigned to that linebacker, but he timed the blitz perfectly. He ran through and was able to bring him down for a big sack.
Now Sanders on third and long. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's fourth down.
I like the fact that they took a shot on third and long, right? A lot of offenses in that situation would be a little bit more conservative playing for the fourth down punt. They're trying to pick up a big chunk play through the air, but now that you can't connect, it all but guarantees you got to punt this ball away as it brings up fourth and a mile.
They're going on fourth down. Sanders. And that is not going to work. It is incomplete. They go for it on fourth and wind up turning it over on down. Now, a handoff to McCaffrey. And a hard-earned yard as he ran through one would-be tackler. It's second down. Now, stoppage here for an injury. It's Christian McCaffrey who's having an issue down there.
What's up?
On second down, Purdy. Throw left side, but that's going to be incomplete. George Kittle was the intended target that time. And it'll be third down.
And when you look down the field, Mike, there's just really nobody creating any real separation. And instead, he tries to give one of his guys a 50-50 contested catch opportunity, but with the coverage as tight as it was, it just falls incomplete.
Third down, Purdy. Oh, a loose football. But fortunately, one of his teammates able to get on it, and the Niners retain possession. The Niners send their field goal unit on the field. Good snap. Good hold. Good kick. And the 49ers will extend to a 10-0 lead. So the lead is now 10-0 as this kicks away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Here we go.
They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 9. Now, Sanders. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Quarterback's trying to give his big tight end a chance to go up and use that large catch radius. Unable to connect. Little letdown here for the tight end community, Mike.
3rd down and 9. Now it's Sanders. And that one's incomplete. They really ratcheted up the coverage there. And they force 4th down.
And this passing game continues to come up short these last couple plays. That's 2 consecutive incompletions in a row. Now they're staring 4th down right in the face.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They'll try to throw for it with Sanders. That's going to be caught. And he's going to pick up the Browns' 1st down as they get the conversion with a gain of 14.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So, 1st quarter in the books here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. 10-0 is our score. And we're back in the Bay Area after this. Start of the 2nd. Browns in control of the football as they've got it with 1st and 10.
Ready, break. Hot 70, hot 70. Ready, right?
Here's Judkins. He'll struggle to get back to the line of scrimmage. If he gets a yard out of that one, it's 2nd down.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the 2nd half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Now he's loose at the 40. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. It is a big play for the Browns. And even 30 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that.
There's very few defenses in today's NFL, Mike, that you can play the cornerback position and be unwilling to tackle. Those days are kind of over, so give credit to this guy. I mean, he identified run, he understood his leverage and gap fit, and he's able to bring him down for no gain.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. That's catch 3 just on this drive. And it gets his team a 1st down.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They clearly have a mismatch in their favor, and every time they've looked his way, he's continued to make big plays. If I'm this coordinator, I think I'm giving him one more shot, see if he can push this thing over the goal line and come away with 6.
This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Seven Pirates, Viking, 8.
From the gun, it's Sanders. To the goal line and in. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Mike, we used to have a saying that it was the responsibility of the receiver to run the route through the eyes of the quarterback. And I think this is a great example here. 2 guys clearly on the same page. The quarterback expected his target to be in a certain place at a certain time. He's there, ball's delivered accurately. He's able to pick up the rest with his legs, and that's a big-time connection for the touchdown.
To return is Ricky Pearsall. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over.
1st and 10 at their own 20.
throw on first down is Purdy. He'll get this out wide to McCaffrey. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. And this is something that they know in the future. If they need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I back with you from Santa Clara in a moment. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Purdy. He's got his man right side. It's complete. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Throwing again is Purdy. That's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the rookie from Texas.
I think he would have been better off there, Mike, giving that ball a little bit more juice. You can see he's trying to put a little touch on it and lob that ball into his target. But it just hangs up in the air a little bit too long, and the defense makes him pay.
Going for it all. That ball broken up. It is incomplete. They tried the shot on 1st down. Couldn't connect. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And you don't earn the reputation this guy has, Mike, without having some really elite ball skills at your disposal. I mean, he's universally considered one of the best corners in the entire league, and when he makes plays like this, it's pretty easy to see why.
On 2nd down, Sanders. He's got his man on the in route. Yes, taken in over the middle. And he will finally be taken down inside the 10-yard line. It is a big play for the Browns. 39 yards.
At the 7-yard line.
They'll run it here. Here's Judkins. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Okay, ready?
At the 7-yard line.
50.
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. That one's to the end zone, but incomplete.
Down in here in the low red zone, Mike, these windows are just so short. The field's a lot wider than it is deep, so it really changes the scheme and the progression of the quarterback, and nowhere really to go with the ball, and falls incomplete.
This one off the floor.
These are the worst. I had a couple years, Mike, where I swear I got tackled inside the 1-yard line 10 times, and then you look back and you're like, man, how many touchdowns did I leave on the board because I couldn't get one more yard? Now, for him individually, not ideal, but right now they're on the doorstep of the end zone, and they got to find a way to put that ball across the board. These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted, but let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big 4th down opportunity, and we're able to get off the field.
And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. That one good for 26 yards.
6 yards.
This is such a critical moment in the game, that middle 4 minutes, the final 2 minutes of the first half, and then the possession to come out of the halftime break. So maximizing this possession here before halftime is critical. See if you can get a drive starter. See if you can get an easy completion to kickstart a 2-minute mode, and that's what they got here. Now they got to see if they can go down and steal some points.
On 1st and 10, Purdy. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, it's hard to speculate, Mike. We sit up here and we try to just interpret and assume what's going on in the minds of the players and the minds of the coaches, but they seem to me to be a little bit rattled. All these negative plays have really started to pile up in the first half. He's got to settle down, have some more efficiency on these early downs, and get his offense into some sort of rhythm.
Purdy now on second down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a third down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Rolling right. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Oh, a lot of chances on that one. It was bouncing around, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
Play action. It's Sanders. And he'll take it on in. Romeo Doubs. Touchdown, Cleveland. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns are on top. It's 14-10. So, final seconds of this first half. Looks like they'll take a lead into the locker room as the kick's away. On the return, here's James. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
26-yard line.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down. This throw, left side, caught by Kittle. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half. Now, this is a surprise. Right out of the locker room, they'll try the onside kick. The kickoff unit is out there, and they'll send this one away. Look at him go! And he's going to take this one in for the score. The onside kick backfires spectacularly as it's returned for a touchdown.
It's a risky call here, but I understand what they're thinking. You find yourself down in the third quarter. How do we steal some possessions? How do we get the ball back to our offense to cut to this deficit? But now in return, it's your defense that now has the tough task.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's 1st and 10. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
34-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Purdy. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Yellow.
Shotgun snap to Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds, well short of the line to gain. And that'll set up 4th down.
That's just one of those drives that was out of whack from the start, Mike. They just couldn't get anything going on the early downs, and they'll most likely punt the ball away and hope that their defense can do the same thing and get them the ball back.
They're indeed going for this. It's Purdy. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And he's going to be out of bounds just beyond midfield. 13 yards and a big exhale as they convert on fourth down. On first down, it's Swift. They will not get back to the line of scrimmage. They pick him up and throw him down for a loss.
Some defensive ends specialize in getting after the quarterback. Some defensive ends specialize in run game. This guy can really make an impact on both, as we saw here for that tackle for loss.
Over the middle to Kittle. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot. They'll try to run for it. It's Swift. And he's got nowhere to go. That defensive front controls the line of scrimmage. It'll bring up fourth down.
It's fourth down.
Outside. 18. Go.
Now Purdy. Sneaking in. And he will have the first down. Needing to make something happen. Trailing here in the third quarter. They convert on fourth down.
And the 49er first down. First and 10 of the 36.
Here's Swift. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
Finding yourself down here, multiple scores in the second half. The defense is going to give you some friendly run looks. So don't be afraid to mix it in there. But if you're going to find yourself coming back from this deficit, you're going to have to do it primarily through the air with just a little bit of mix of the run.
Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
That's another 49er.
Out of the gun. It's Purdy. He pulls it in around the 5. And he'll take this one in. Jordan James. Touchdown, San Francisco. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Drive starts with a run by Judkins. And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field.
Mustang 19.
Here's Sanders to throw. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. It looks like we've got an injured Brown on the field. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Ready.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Now, Shador. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
He's got it at about the 8. And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
And nothing matters if this protection isn't able to pick up that blitz. They do a fantastic job of stunting that pass rush just long enough to find an open man downfield.
And this one blown up. Good surge. Drop him. A loss on the play back to the 9-yard line. From a little further back, here's second and goal.
The Niners' 9-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go. Bottle up 19. Charger 19.
Sanders will throw it. Flushed to his left. And he's forced to just get rid of it here. Now they're going to have to regroup and try again on 3rd and goal.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
Ready.
3rd and goal.
Huh. Let's go now.
From the gun, it's Shedeur. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Ever so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, they're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Pearsall going to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
They'll go again with Swift. And he'll be close to a 1st down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. 3rd and inches.
Brings up 3rd down.
Give up the middle with Swift. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. First and 10.
Get set. Get set. Start.
4th quarter begins on the ground. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
47-yard line. 1 yard gain.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Outside. Yellow. Yellow.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And this yields nothing. He's out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
He's got his tight end, Kittle. A gain of 11 on that one. It's good for a Niners 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Outside. Start.
Here's a handoff to Swift. Not much there. Maybe a yard.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and 8.
Get set. Get set. Yellow. 18. What's up?
From the gun, it's Purdy. Forced out wide. Just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw when the pass is incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Yellow.
Third down. Purdy out to his right. He finds his big receiver. That's Jennings. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. First catch for him on this new season. And it results in a first down.
Get set. Yellow. 18. Watch out. 21. Yellow.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. And he's going to be out of bounds following a gain of about 5 on first down.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
It is second down and 5.
18.
Back to the air again is Purdy. He's got his big tight end. George Kittle. Touchdown. 49ers. The game-tying touchdown here in the fourth quarter and a chance to take the lead with the point after.
Mike, the sideline's going crazy with that late score, but they still need this extra point to take the lead here and see if they can hang on to this fourth quarter lead.
The score, Niners 25, Browns 24.
So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchdown.
35-yard line.
Here's first down. He'll run, and he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Second and 10.
19 tight. Ready, go.
They'll drop to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
Hey, Buffalo 18.
Now, Sanders. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trent McDuffie. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick six for touchdown. Late in the game, a big turnover goes back the other way. A back-breaking score.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, Mike, you're just trying to make something happen. You find yourself trailing, less than 2 minutes remain. You're just taking some chances. In this case, the chances backfire, and the other team's able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
That's the score. Niners 32, Browns 24.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This taken in at the 8-yard line. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Stoppage here. One of the 49ers is down. He'll get himself looked at, but this is not how you want to begin a new campaign.
Got it. Ready?
Here's first and 10.
18 ready. Cougar 19. 79
From the shotgun, it's Sanders. He's going to let this one go deep. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
Defense has a chance to all but end this game, but they can't secure the interception, and now the offense has new life. But is there enough time? Do they have enough opportunity still to find themselves in position to go try to pull this one out?
Ready. Now Sanders to throw on second down. That one down the field, but it is incomplete.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive.
And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Isaiah Simmons.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball. This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. 2nd and 5. They're trying the left side with Swift. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up the third down. Now we'll get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second, as they get it with just under a minute to go in this football game. 3rd and short. Here's Purdy. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line. The Browns going to use the last of their timeouts now. Get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to go in this one. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal.
Watch out!
They'll run with Swift. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
Purdy and the 49ers will try to get 2 more.
The 49ers will line up for the
18! Watch out! Yellow.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. That is incomplete. And the 2-point conversion is unsuccessful.
38. Browns 24.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. This is 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. He'll take a shot down the middle of the field.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield.
Nowhere to go
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Now Sanders on 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on down. Purdy on 1st down. That's brought in right side by Pickett. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. This has got to feel good, Greg. You open at home and a great performance with one more touchdown added on top.
Not many better ways, Mike, than to create some excitement amongst your fan base than to have a great home opener. Every team works all off-season. They stress it during training camp. Let's get off to a great start, and then all of a sudden you're able to do it in front of your home crowd. Man, this has been a really impressive performance.
That one on the former number 7 overall pick back in 2022, Evan Neal. Interesting move here. No kicker. They're still going to go for 2. This time it's from the 12-yard line. Shotgun snap to Purdy. A dive and a catch. Incredible.
So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.